Hi, today I'm going to show you how to create this wall hanging wooden sign from an old pallet, reclaimed pallet. So let's start. The first step, and I'm going to share my PowerPoint with you.
Old pallet wood for stuff.
Okay. Right. There we have it. Hi, Lazaro.
Hi.
Can you guys see the PowerPoint okay?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yes.
So it's just simple converting old pallets into a rustic wooden wall sign. And so my husband actually started this a couple years ago, and
wow.
he just saw some wooden pallets and he decided that he would try to do something with it. And so there's all sorts of things that you could do with these old wooden pallets. And one of the ones that I decided to try today was the wooden sign. So the first step, of course, is the tools, gathering the tools together. And so for this particular project, for reclaiming the wood, obviously you need pallet, hammers, circular saw, eye protection, gloves, and then some sandpaper to sort of clean up the pallets of wood. For the wall decor, you need the wood, some glue, stain, sealer, stencil, a paint pen, which is, this one is the one that we find works the best. Some rags, maybe a nail gun, and a bracket, one of these little brackets. Or if you feel this would work better, you can also do some twine, like drill holes into it and do twine. But today I decided to just do the little bracket. So to reclaim wood from an old pallet, there is actually a short video that I'm going to show you that takes you step by step. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that now. It starts from where they start cutting the pallet. Remember to start the motor before the cut.
Or she doesn't even have to measure anything. She cuts them right out.
I'm going to stop it there. You get the basic idea of how to reclaim the wood from the pallets. Once you have that done, the next step would be to select a design. I already have some wood from some pallets cut up, and we sort of sanded them down and cleaned them up a little bit just to save time. But here are the boards. And the good thing about this is there's different ways to go about this. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be straight in line. If you'd like to, you can just use a circular saw, like the one I have here, and cut nice clean edges. But in this case, I would like just that rustic, uneven kind of looking design. So I'm going to lay them out in a way that's, just a little bit funky. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here, but here is my design. Once you have that done, you will assemble the pieces. So for this step, this is where your glue would come in. And of course, it dried up a little bit, but basically you just put a little bit of the glue. It doesn't take a lot because this stuff works really well. And that's it. You would glue them together. Like that. I took some pieces of board that I had some scraps left over. These are going to be stapled into the back for extra support. And I have a gun for that. I like to do 2 on each board. That way they're not shifting. Just to save time, I'm just going to do 1. I think that'll work. And that's it. It's as simple as that. You just symbols. So on this side, you have your assembled sign. Now the next step would be to stencil. And for this, we just have a regular stencil. You can buy these, or just make one with whatever design or word you want. And I take a piece of tape. You place it wherever you want on the board. So assemble, you've glued and nailed the pieces together, and now it's time to apply the stencil lettering. I'm not going to do the entire thing. I'm just going to demonstrate how it's done. And so basically you could do this with a roller and glue, but this also works really well with the fine details. So basically all you're going to do is stencil in and color in the letters. That's all you do.
That's a paint pen?
A paint gun?
No, a paint pen. Is that what you're using?
It's a paint pen. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a regular paint pen. And once you have that done and you let it dry, then you take off the stencil, of course. You let the wood dry or the paint dry, and then that's when you would apply the little bracket in the back. And I have my hammer. These come with the little nails that you can use to apply it. There it is, install picture hanging bracket. And just like that. I'm not going to do the whole thing, just in the interest of time, but you get the idea. Or you can use a drill, like I said earlier, you can use a drill for added rustic effect. Drill 2 holes and you can put the twine in it. Just thread some twine and hang it that way. I actually personally like that way better. And that's it. Once you're done with that, you can also, one step that I did not include in today's presentation was you have the option of putting a sealant on it, some kind of varnish, to make it last longer, the lettering, or you can keep it this way. There are all sorts of different designs, and I have a website for you. A website that shows all kinds of different designs that you can create just using wood reclaimed from pallets. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yeah,
There we go.
Okay, so there's all sorts of directions you can take this in. You can even distress white it. You can make the lettering as big as you want. It could be clean edge or it could be more rustic. You can add some color to it. You can make a frame for it, which is actually something that we're doing today. We actually made some with the frame and different shades of wood. So you can have a lot of fun creating something that you like personally. And so now, if you have any questions, that's it for this. If you have any questions, we have a few minutes. And actually, while you guys are typing your questions or comments, this is one of the ones that we created today. You can see it has like, we added the frame to it, and it's different shades. I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's something you can do with different shades of wood.
That's cool.
Okay, so the paper, Lazaro was asking about the paper for the stencil, you mean?
Yes.
So it's actually a stencil, a plastic stencil you could buy at any store like Hobby Lobby or any of those crafts stores. And there's some that you can actually print. You can actually go as far as printing out personalized ones.
Cool.
All right, any more questions? Okay, so the wood, the color of the wood is the natural color.
It was gray like that?
Yes, it's weathered. It's weathered because it's a palette. It's been outside. It's been thrown around, and so that's the part of the beauty of it. The charm is that rustic element. However, you can stain it. You can stain it to whatever color you want, or whatever shade of wood you want. There's actually gray stain out there. There's actually different shades of brown, so you could take it in whatever direction fits for you. All right, so if there are no more questions, I thank you, and thank you for your time. Just one more example. This is a bigger one.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, this, you can really notice the shades better on this one. And these are just old reclaimed wooden pallets that have just been thrown out. And you can actually do diagonal too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So how do you line them up and make the cuts that way? How do you get them so straight when you do the cuts? Do you clamp them together or glue them together first?
You can. There actually you can use okay, the word. You can use a thin board on the back. Actually, you could do this part first and then cut it straight. Or this one, he put a whole panel on the back.
Oh, okay.
It's not just, yeah. He put a
And
whole
so he
panel.
glued it to the panel first and then cut the panel with the wood.
Yeah, exactly.
That's.
But you just use the circular saw to cut it. All right.
Great.
Okay, so, one more question here. Yes, you can sand them down. How much depends on you, how rustic you want it. I would clean them up. Sometimes they get really dirty. Sometimes they have stuff on them, some kind of residue. So you can sand them down and get them as smooth as you want, or you can actually leave it rustic as is. All right, thank you.
Great job.